our incubators. And you can see we have one little turkey who hatched out. There's another incubator. We keep them in our bathroom. We have a GQF, but we use these as hatchers. And we have some baby quail starting to hatch. This is a surprise mix order from Myshire quality quail. And they've just started popping out of their eggs. Oh, there we go. Got to see one. And then here's another incubator. We also raise button quail. And these guys like to pop out like popcorn. So yeah, we have one that's struggling a little bit, but everybody's looking good. Hatching is just the messiest thing ever, isn't it? I wanted to do a longer video on this, but everybody surprised me and decided to come on out. So today's brooder cleaning day for my button quail. My husband's passion is Coturnix, and I'll eventually show you all of those. But today we're cleaning out our button quail brooder because it's time to unpack the incubator and put some new buttons in. Little tiny guys, about the size of a quarter when they hatch. These are about 5 days old right now. Super simple to raise. I don't ever have many issues with them. They are flighty, so you have to be careful with them, as you just saw. Let's see. They also just get a game bird crumble like everybody else. But for our quail, we have gone with a medicated chick starter for the first 6 weeks. And then we switch them over to the game bird crumble. We've just found they've done better and we've had less losses that way. Really cute little things. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the incubator. And we're going to unload these little guys. And then it'll be time to clean this incubator because we'll have to get some more into lockdown. If you can hear the other incubator, that is full of Coturnix quail. And we'll do a video to show you how many of those hatched. Because yesterday when I started this video, you got to see one actually hatch. It's very full of babies. I can actually give you a little peek. Right here you can see they have the humidity pretty high up because there's so many. Here's our favorite flashlight for candling. Comes from Gopher Ridge Quail Farm. It came with an order, it's just a little tiny flashlight, but it is the perfect size to candle your quail eggs. So as a little sneak peek, these are all Coturnix babies, and this is a order of 120 surprise mix from Myshire quality quail. We're gonna have to unload them this afternoon, and we can give you a count and a hatch rate. But from what I'm seeing here, they look really, really good. So, and we number our incubators so that we know which one is which and who's hatching in which one. Alright, so let's unload these new babies. These just hatched yesterday. They're all dry and fluffed. And these little bit older babies can teach them what they need to do. We use the blue shop towels because they give a good grip for their little feet. I did have pine shavings in here originally, but that's just because that's what I had at the moment. You can use pine shavings for them, it's fine, but for their little feet, they tend to get a better grip like this. Alright. So you can see the little fresh babies compared to the 5-day-old babies. They grow pretty quickly. 6 weeks they should start laying eggs for you. They're a little clumsy sometimes. These are my favorite.
Sleeping, but they...
Everybody looks happy and healthy this morning. They obviously made a mess in their brooder because that's what they do. So we're gonna go ahead and clean it out, give them some fresh food and water. They're looking good though. Like I said, we had 101 that hatched out of our last batch of eggs from Myshire. We do have a few extra babies in here, some older ones from our last batch of Myshire eggs, which was, we had 87 hatch out of that order. We put them in here so they can teach all these little ones how to eat and drink. And everybody seems to be doing really, really well. I'm happy with it. So currently we brood everyone in the shed. It keeps them out the weather. And then once they hit the 3-week mark, we usually move them outside to a grow out pen. Blue shop towels make it a little bit easier to get everybody cleaned up. You just have to be careful though, because sometimes they like to go and hide in the paper towels. And like I said earlier, we do use a medicated chick starter for the first 4 weeks. And then when they move outside to the grow out pens, we make a switch over to a game bird crumble. That's what we found to work the best for us, because we were having problems with losing babies previously when we were just doing a game bird crumble for them. That little switch seems to have done the trick for us, and everybody does really well now. In the background, you can hear the other brooder, which I'll show you after because it's time to clean them too. And this is also that last minute brooder you saw in that short clip that we were making last night. We did run out of brooding space, so luckily for us, the husband's really handy and he can pretty much make anything. Alright, they are clean. Since they're so new, we just put the feed on the paper towels and they figure it out. Alright, these guys are done. Before I close this, let me give you a shot of them. cute, but they're messy. Guys, they are loud. But I wanted to just show you real quickly. This is another batch of Myshire babies. We had 87 hatch out in this group. They're just a couple days old. I keep all that information written down in the calendar. Calendar's inside though, so I can't tell you offhand what day they hatched. But this is them. Alright, and this is the last batch of quail we have brooding. They are 2 weeks old approximately. With the exception, you can see some button quail babies right here that we're brooding. We just usually move them over as we go with the older Coturnix and leave them brooding till they're 6 weeks. These are all some of our babies that we went ahead and hatched from our feather sexable pins. Quail are messy, y'all. They are messy. There you can see another little button. Alright guys, we are done for today. Everybody's fed, everybody's watered. And I think that's it for this quail video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. We'll try to get to those. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Help us reach more people. We're so new, but we'd like to get out there. Thanks for joining us again. See you later. Bye.